Hello everyone, my name is Blue Raven 666 and today I wanted to talk about redemption in Hazbin Hotel. More specifically, I wanted to discuss whether or not Charlie's entire cause, redeeming sinners and getting them into heaven, is actually worth it for the person that's being redeemed in the long run. Because so far, it doesn't really look like it. Now, at the time of making this video, we're currently smack dab in the middle of Season 2, so we've really only seen one person be redeemed and get into heaven, and that would be Sir Pentious. And you really want to be happy for the guy. He's not dead. He wasn't completely erased from existence in the battle between the exorcists and the hotel. Sir Pentious' sacrifice for the hotel got him into heaven. Yay! Good for Sir Pentious, right? Well, no. Not really, because the whole time Sir Pentious has been in heaven, it just seems like he's been flat out miserable. Now, to a certain extent, I get it. I mean, Sir Pentious didn't exactly receive a warm welcome when he first got up there, as he was immediately apprehended, brought into a courtroom full of other angels, and interrogated. Like, imagine you went out and bought a lottery ticket, and you ended up winning the full jackpot. And as soon as you go in to claim your prize, you get arrested and asked how you could have possibly won the full jackpot. How did you know the numbers? How did you know which ticket was going to win? That's basically what Sir Pentious went through. Of course, I do understand the situation from Sarah's perspective here too. I mean, there was just a battle between the exorcists and Charlie's hotel, and the angels lost. Adam is dead, Lutz lost her arm and her freaking mind, and a sinner from hell shows up, completely bypassing the official entry process through St. Peter, landed in the very heart of heaven with no rhyme or reason as to why. I can understand why they'd be a little rattled by that. It's what happens after that really got me scratching my head. After the Speaker of God manages to smooth things over between Sir Pentious and the rest of the angels, more or less, considering Lute is not okay at the moment, Emily takes Pentious on a tour around heaven, and while Sir Pentious does address that it is nice, he states that all he really wants is to see his friends, to know that they're okay, and when Emily tells him that he can't, that's when his downward spiral officially begins. Because it's not just that Sir Pentious can't see Charlie or the others again, but his whole afterlife has basically been turned on its head. Picture it. An inventor that has been in hell since presumably 1888. Considering Hazbin Hotel takes place in the modern age, that's over 135 years of being surrounded by the worst of humanity. Fights, turf wars, creating weapons of all sorts, and then suddenly he's plunged into a world that has none of that, and he can't even go down to thank the people who helped get him there. I can see how that would be rough. Emily does do her best to try to accommodate, showing Sir Pentious around heaven, showing him to his living quarters, which contain a mural of his friends, and he's even given the golden angelic equivalent of his egg boys, which do help him a bit, but it still isn't enough. And in the song Piss, a love song, one of my favorite songs of this season, by the way, he laments about how he misses life in hell, namely his rivalry with Cherry Bomb and all the battles they fought against one another. Man even tries to take himself out again with a pistol in heaven. That's how you know it's bad. All of this started to make me wonder if redemption and getting into heaven would even be worth it to some sinners. Like, yeah, they can act against the sin that got them sent to hell in the first place, and they can be a far less scummy person all around for it. But does that make them, and their lives, and their needs, be they mental, emotional, or physical, compatible with life in heaven? I suppose the argument could be made that Sir Pentious mainly just misses Cherry Bomb, and that if she were in heaven with him, he'd be far happier. But then that begs to question if life inside of heaven would be compatible with both of them. Would they both be able to fully enjoy and appreciate living their afterlives in heaven together? Or would they still be left wanting something more? Or even wanting to go back? Part of me just wonders if that there are decent people, or people with not so extreme sins like Sir Pentious, that would find themselves being far happier and a lot more at home in hell than they could ever be in heaven. Sure, these might be the easiest types of sinners for Charlie to redeem potentially, but if they're not going to be happy, and they're just kind of stuck wandering around wishing for what they had, I mean, is that really redemption? Or an all new kind of hell for the sinner? I think what it boils down to is that not only should a sinner come to the hotel wanting to be redeemed for their past sins, but they should also go there with the desire to leave their life in hell behind and start a new life in heaven. It might seem obvious when I put it like that, but I just think that from what we're seeing in the show so far, that there are sinners in hell who have committed more minor sins and could be considered decent people who find hell to be just a bit more accommodating to them and their lifestyle than heaven would be. But those are just my thoughts on the matter. Anyways, I don't got a clean way to round this out, so that'll be all for this video, you guys. Thank you for watching. What do you guys think? Do you think heaven and redemption can be suitable for everyone, and Sir Pentious is just a little home and lovesick at the moment? Or is there genuinely something to this, and there are some decent people who just wouldn't feel at home there? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. My name is BlueRaven666, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye!